Title: Comfort versus Courage, Choosing Growth Over Safety in Every Area of Your Life by Iyabo Bello. Narrated by Julie. Introduction. Why comfort feels so good and so dangerous. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to stay where you are? The job you know, the relationships you've grown used to, the routine that doesn't stretch you but doesn't break you either. It's warm, it's safe, it's comfortable, and yet deep down you know something is missing. That's the strange thing about comfort. It feels good, but it doesn't always feel right. Comfort whispers, "You've made it. Don't risk more. Stay here." But your spirit whispers back, "There's more. You were made for more." I know this tension all too well because I've lived it. For years, I spent countless hours in my favorite chair, my safe space. I worked, I reflected, I stayed in my routines, and I told myself I was productive. But the truth is, comfort was holding me hostage. I missed family trips because I preferred my quiet corner. I skipped networking events because stepping out of my comfort zone felt overwhelming. And for a long time, I kept my circle small, just my sister and my daughter. Princess, because comfort felt safer than challenge. And yet, there were moments when I dared to step out. I remember the first time I agreed to speak in front of a large group. My heart raced, my hands shook, and I questioned every word I was about to say. But that discomfort unlocked something incredible. Doors opened to opportunities I never imagined: conferences, workshops, mentoring, and now this very book. Here's what I've learned. Comfort is not the enemy. Comfort is a friend when it restores you, but it becomes your enemy when it restrains you. Think about it. What if Jesus had stayed in the comfort of the synagogue instead of walking the dusty roads that led to the cross? What if Oprah had stayed in the safe job of a local news anchor? What if Nelson Mandela had chosen the comfort of silence instead of enduring 27 years in prison for the sake of freedom? The world would look very different, and the same is true for you. The world is waiting for you to step beyond comfort into calling, into courage, into destiny. This book is not about destroying your comfort zone. It's about redesigning it so it works for you, not against you. Inside, you'll discover how to spot when comfort is fueling your growth versus when it's trapping you. Practical steps to create a comfort zone that restores you but doesn't restrain you. Exercises that will help you take small, powerful steps toward a bigger vision for your life. Stories of entrepreneurs, leaders, and world changers who mastered the balance between comfort and courage. My prayer is that as you read, you'll begin to see comfort with fresh eyes, not as something to fear, but as something to steward wisely. Not as your ceiling, but as your foundation. Because at the end of the day, comfort doesn't define you, courage does. So if you're ready, let's take this journey together. Let's explore comfort not as an escape from life, but as the platform from which you step into the fullness of who you were created to be. Welcome to comfort, friend or enemy. Your transformation starts here. Chapter 1. Introduction. The Quiet Power of Comfort. It's 3:08 a.m. on February 15th, 2025. The world outside is silent. The city lights flicker faintly through my window, and I am curled up in my favorite chair, the one that has molded itself to the shape of my body after years of use. The room feels safe, warm, and familiar. It is in this moment of stillness that a question presses itself into my mind with such force I cannot ignore it. Is comfort our friend, or is it our enemy? If you are honest with yourself, this question has probably crossed your mind too, even if only subconsciously. Comfort is everywhere, woven into our routines, whispered in our decisions, shaping our relationships, even influencing our destiny. For me, comfort has been both a loyal companion and a silent captor. Anyone who knows me well knows how much I adore my comfort. It's my escape, my shield, my predictable rhythm in a chaotic world. My chair isn't just furniture, it's my kingdom. I've sat in it for hours on end, sometimes working up to 15 hours a day, sometimes just existing, scrolling, reflecting, escaping. But here's the truth. Comfort has also stolen from me. It has shaped my sleeping habits. I go to bed late, sometimes 2 a.m., and wake up by 5 a.m. I've convinced myself this is just my routine, yet deep down I know it robs me of energy. I've chosen the comfort of solitude over family trips. I've registered for networking events with the best of intentions, but rarely attended because the idea of leaving my safe cocoon felt overwhelming. I've missed opportunities because my comfort whispered, "Stay here, don't risk it, you're fine." Even my circle of friends is small, my sister and my daughter, Princess, and while I deeply treasure them, I can't deny that comfort has quietly drawn the boundaries of my social life. But before you judge me, pause for a second. Look at your own life. How often have you avoided trying something new, not because you couldn't, but because comfort convinced you that you didn't need to? That's when it hit me. Comfort is not neutral. Comfort is shaping us either into who we are meant to become, or into someone far smaller than our potential. This book is my journey of confronting comfort. It is an invitation for you to do the same. Chapter 2. The Double-Edged Sword of Comfort. Comfort is one of life's sweetest gifts. Who doesn't love a cozy bed, a familiar meal, a trusted routine? Comfort feels like home. It offers peace when the world feels loud and restless. It protects us from burnout, grounds us when life feels shaky, and reassures us that we are safe. But like a double-edged sword, comfort can defend us or it can wound us. On one edge, comfort is rest. It is the gentle reminder that you don't have to be on all the time. It is self-care, Sabbath, and sanity. Comfort whispers, "You've done enough. Rest, and that is good." But flip the sword, and you'll find its darker edge. Comfort is also the reason dreams die quietly. It is the invisible chain that binds us to the familiar, even when the familiar is unfulfilling. Comfort whispers lies like, "You don't need to take that risk. You're fine as you are. Tomorrow is better than today." It convinces you that the safe option is the best option. And slowly, without noticing, you stop stretching, you stop growing, you stop believing there's more. Think of Oprah Winfrey. She could have stayed in the comfort of being a local news anchor in Baltimore. It was safe, predictable, and respectable. But Oprah knew she was made for more. She left the comfort of reporting and embraced the unknown of hosting a talk show. It was risky, it was vulnerable, but it transformed her into a global icon. Comfort would have kept her ordinary. Discomfort made her extraordinary. And this principle is timeless. The Bible warns us about the danger of complacency in Revelation 3:16. "Because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth." Comfort makes us lukewarm. It takes away our fire. Comfort is not evil, but comfort can be deadly when it becomes a cage. The real danger: we rarely notice the cage until years have passed. Chapter 3. What is comfort, really? Comfort is anything that makes us feel safe, secure, and at ease. It's not just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and even spiritual. Comfort can be a chair, a routine, a belief, a relationship, a way of thinking. And because comfort is deeply personal, what feels comfortable to you may feel suffocating to me. Take Elon Musk, for example. After selling PayPal, he could have stayed in comfort, wealthy, semi-retired, enjoying life. But instead, he risked nearly all his money on Tesla and SpaceX, both of which nearly bankrupted him. Comfort said, "You've already won." Purpose said, "Keep building." Today, those uncomfortable decisions are reshaping industries and the future of humanity. Comfort is not bad. In fact, it is necessary. God Himself designed us to need rest. Genesis shows us that after creating the heavens and the earth, even God rested. Comfort is not the enemy, it is the idolization of comfort that enslaves us. In Scripture, we are commanded to be fruitful and multiplied, just in terms of children, but in growth, expansion, and impact. Comfort can make us unfruitful. Comfort can cause us to bury our talent, like the servant in Matthew 2:5. Imagine if Jesus had clung to comfort. What if he had chosen the safety of staying in the synagogue, healing only his neighbors? What if he had avoided conflict with the Pharisees, stayed away from the crowds, or silenced his message to avoid discomfort? Would he have changed the world? Comfort was never his priority, purpose was. Chapter 4. Making Comfort. Your Elitha question then becomes, how do we make comfort work for us instead of against us? The answer is balance. Comfort is meant to be a tool, not a master. It is a foundation, not a destination. It is rest, not residence. When you see comfort as your base camper, place to rest, recharge, and regain strength, then you can climb higher mountains. But if you treat comfort as the mountain itself, you'll never know the view from the peak. 2. Make comfort your ally. Identify where comfort serves you. Rest, safety, mental health. Identify where comfort stalls you. Missed opportunities, procrastination, fear of risk. Redefine your comfort zone. Build routines that restore you, not routines that restrict you. Chapter 5. Courage. The antidote to comfort. If comfort is the cage, courage is the key. Think of Nelson Mandela. He could have lived a comfortable life as a lawyer. He could have chosen the path of silence, blending into society. Instead, he embraced discomfort, protests, trials, and eventually 27 years in prison. It was painful, but that discomfort forged him into the leader who would dismantle apartheid and bring healing to a divided nation. Or consider Malala Yousafzai. As a young girl in Pakistan, comfort would have meant staying silent about girls' education. But courage led her to speak out. She was shot in the head for her bravery, but survived and became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Comfort would have kept her safe. Courage gave her influence that echoes worldwide. I think about my own journey. Years ago, the thought of speaking on stage terrified me. I was comfortable in my quiet corner, writing, reflecting, and keeping my thoughts private. But I knew I had something to share. The moment I chose to embrace the discomfort of public speaking, doors opened, events, conferences, and now, writing this very book. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is movement despite fear. Every great transformation in history, biblical or modern, required courage to leave comfort behind. Abraham left his homeland for an unknown promise. Moses left the palace for a wilderness. Mission. Esther risked her life by approaching the king. Martin Luther King Jr. risked everything to speak truth. None of them changed the world by staying comfortable. Neither will we. Chapter 6. Designing a comfort zone that works for you. Here's the secret. You don't have to destroy your comfort zone, you can redesign it. A productive comfort zone is an environment where you balance rest and growth, security and challenge. It's not about avoiding comfort altogether, but about making sure your comfort fuels your progress rather than stalls it. Think of it as a garden. Some areas are for rest, shade, flowers. Some areas are for growth, soil, seeds. Some areas are for pruning weeds, distractions. Closing parenthesis. Your comfort zone should serve your purpose, not silence it. Take Steve Jobs as an example. When he was fired from Apple, the very company he founded, he faced the ultimate discomfort. Most people would have chosen the comfort of retreat, the comfort of anonymity, or the comfort of bitterness. But Jobs leaned into discomfort. He founded Pixar and Next2 Ventures that expanded his creativity and leadership in ways he could never have predicted. When he eventually returned to Apple, those uncomfortable years became the foundation for turning Apple into a global icon. His redesigned comfort zone wasn't about staying safe, it was about creating environments where creativity and risk could coexist. Or look at Serena Williams. Her comfort zone wasn't the couch or a routine that avoided hard work. She designed her comfort zone around discipline. Her comfort became training, consistency, practice, rest, and family support. That balance enabled her to thrive under the extreme discomfort of global competition. The result, one of the greatest athletic careers of all time. This is the invitation for you. Build a comfort zone that serves you. Let it be the space where you rest, yes, but also the space where you prepare, plan, and grow. Your comfort zone should not be an escape from life, should be a sanctuary that equips you to engage with life at the highest level. Chapter 7. Exercises for creating your own productive comfort zone now. It's time to take action. Exercise 1. The comfort check. 10 minutes to reflect on your daily routine. What are the activities that make you feel comfortable, and which ones make you feel complacent? Ask yourself, which parts of my comfort zone are serving me? Which parts are holding me back from growth? Write down one small change you can make today to create more space for growth while still honoring your need for comfort. Exercise 2. Design your productive comfort zone. Draw a visual representation of your comfort zone. On one side, write down the activities or habits that currently bring you comfort. On the other side, write down areas in your life where you feel stuck or stagnant in the middle of your drawing. Brainstorm ways to connect the two sides. How can you introduce small changes to the habits that currently serve you in order to make them more supportive of your growth? For example, if your comfort zone revolves around binge-watching TV, you might add a new habit to your routine, like watching educational videos for an hour before your show, or scheduling a walk after the show to keep your body active. Exercise 3. The Courage Challenge. Pick one area of your life where you've been avoiding discomfort. It could be a challenging conversation, a new project, or something you've been hesitant to start. Take one small step toward that challenge. It might be as simple as sending an email, making a phone call, or sharing your idea with someone you trust. After you've completed this step, reflect on how you feel. Was it as uncomfortable as you thought? Did you grow from the experience? Remember, discomfort is temporary, but the growth it produces lasts a lifetime. Exercise 4. Comfort zone goals. Set 3. Goals for yourself that require you to step beyond your current comfort zone. These should be goals that challenge you, but are achievable. Break these goals into small, manageable steps. Every time you complete one step, celebrate it as a victory, knowing that you're building a comfort zone that serves your future growth. Mini inspiration. When Michelle Obama left her comfortable law career to pursue public service, she didn't know she would become First Lady of the United States. Comfort rarely shows you the full picture of what's possible, but courage does. Conclusion. A new perspective on comforters. We come to the end of this journey. Let's pause and reflect. Comfort is not the villain of your story. It is not inherently good or bad. It is a tool, a resting place, a companion. The danger comes when we allow comfort to become the driver of our lives instead of the support system. Comfort is your friend when it restores you. It becomes your enemy when it restricts you. Think about the lives we've reflected on throughout this book. Jesus could have stayed in the comfort of the synagogue, preaching only to those who knew him, but he chose discomfort, the road, the cross, the sacrifice, and, in doing so, he transformed the world. Oprah Winfrey could have chosen the safety of being a local news anchor. Instead, she took a leap into the unknown, birthing a platform that has impacted millions across the globe. Nelson Mandela could have chosen the comfort of silence and lived a quiet life. Instead, he endured 27 years of imprisonment, stepping into unimaginable discomfort for the sake of freedom. And because of his courage, a nation was changed. Steve Jobs could have walked away when life pushed him out of Apple. Instead, he leaned into discomfort, built again, and redefined innovation. Serena Williams could have chosen a comfortable routine, but instead, she created a disciplined comfort zone that helped her dominate on the court. Michelle Obama could have remained in the comfort of a successful law career, but she stepped out into public service, and the world discovered a First Lady who redefined leadership and grace. Each of them shows us the same truth. The life you long for is not found in the safe zone. It's found in the stretch, the risk, the leap of faith. And here's what's powerful: you don't have to destroy your comfort zone to grow. You just need to redesign it. Use comfort as a foundation, a sanctuary, a place to recharge, but never mistake it for your destination. The Bible says in Joshua 1-9, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." God didn't promise Joshua comfort, he promised his presence. And that is better. So now, I turn the question back to you. Where has comfort been your friend? Where has it become your enemy? What small step can you take today to move beyond it? Remember, the goal is not to abandon comfort, but to harness it. To let it be a friend that fuels your purpose, not an enemy that chains your potential as you move forward. Carry this truth with you. Comfort may give you peace, but courage will give you progress. I'm Iyabo Bello, and I thank you for walking through this journey with me. Together, let's step beyond comfort, not into fear, but into faith. Not into chaos, but into calling. Not into limitation, but into limitless possibility. Your comfort zone doesn't have to be your prison. It can be your platform. Now go redesign it, step boldly, and become everything you were created to be.